So now let's talk about what to do when you have more than two fractions. We've already talked about how to multiply two fractions. Well, what if you're trying to multiply 3 or 4 fractions, like this problem right here? Well, again, just think of the rule. Anything, as long as they're all multiplication, see how they're all multiplication. These are all multiplication. Then remember, multiplying fractions is the easy thing. Just have a little fun and kill off all of your factors that are the same. So let me show you. Watch. We've got a 2 down here, and we can knock off that 2 up there. We've got a 2 down here, and we can knock off that 2 down there. We've got a 5 down here, and we can knock off that 5 down here. And so is there anything else to knock off? There isn't. What am I left with? I'm left with a 1 on top, and I'm left with a 3 on bottom, and that was pretty easy, wasn't it? Here's a fun thing to try. Take your name and pretend like the letters in your name are factors, like they're numbers. So let's use this guy's name, Mike Smith. So let's pretend M is a factor and I is a factor. And remember, as long as they're all multiplied, that's what these little dots mean. These are the same thing as multiplication. As long as they're all multiplied, and as long as they're all factors down on the bottom and they're all multiplied, you can have a little fun, and factors all cancel out, right? So see what your name spells. So this M cancels with this M, and this I cancels with this I, and that's all we've got. And so what we end up with is K times E, and let's just pretend those represent numbers and factors, over S T H. That's kind of fun. Try that with your own name. And now let's talk about adding more than 2 fractions. So it's just like adding 2 fractions. It's just a little bit longer, because when we're trying to find out what our LCD is, okay, let's try to find our LCD. Remember, first you want to break down factors. Well, 5 doesn't break down anymore, and 3 doesn't break down anymore, but 15 is 5 times 3, right? So we can write 5 times 3. And so now when we do our factors, we need a 5, so I need a 5, and we need a 3, so we need this 3. Now we took this 5, and that takes care of this 5, and this 3 takes care of this 3, so we're done. Our LCD is 15. We don't have to write the 5 and the 3 again. They're already taken care of. So now when you go back over here and you say, what am I missing down here from my LCD? I'm missing a 3. So remember, I've got to put a 3 on top and bottom. What am I missing here from my LCD? I'm missing a 5. So I've got to put a 5 on top and on bottom. And what am I missing here from my LCD? Nothing. And so let's rewrite our fractions, and we get 3 times 1, which is 3, over 3 times 5, which is 15, plus, and we get 5 times 2, which is 10, over 5 times 3, which is 15, plus, and this time we didn't have to do anything on top, so we still have a 7 over 5 times 3, which is 15. And now, remember the rule, we add the tops. 3 plus 10 is 13, plus 7 is 20, so we have 20 on top, and then we put it over one of the bottoms. We don't put it over 3 of them or 2 of them. We put it over one of them. And in another video, I can tell you how to rewrite this fraction into a proper fraction, because whenever the number on top is bigger than the number on bottom, they call it improper for whatever reason.